Hello my friends, I now invite you to enjoy this classic Dr. Groovy lesson. Hello all, Scott Grove here today to teach you some very basic intros, outros, turnarounds. If you don't know what they are exactly what they sound like. The intros to easy country songs. I'm going to do it on electric guitar today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it on one of my favorite country guitars of all time, my 1980. We'll get a better light here in a little bit. Gibson Flying V2. Such a cool instrument. Okay, we got all walnut, little maple in here, then back to walnut again, a little more maple. It sounds amazingly country. It's got the two Bill Lawrence single coil pickups in it. These are all stock. Yes, they are single coils. Great axe. Okay, anyway, so we're doing intros to classic tunes. It's a 1-5-1 intro. I'm going to start you off in the key of A. Just do it 1-5-1 intro, which means do it A to an E, back to an A. And we're going to do it in a waltz pattern, just kind of like a... into an easy, any given intro thing. So I will actually teach you different intros that are very simple to play over top of that pattern. I am using a looper today. Grabbed me one of these TC Helicon units that also does tons of vocal harmony stuff and nice guitar patches, and it can do every vocal thing you could ever imagine in the world. If you ever want any of the T-Pain or Cher stuff, or just nice 5, 6, 7, 8 part harmonies, you want to sound like a chick or whatever, you can do it. It does every little thing. And then of course I had to get my country shirt out. Me and Big Mean Gene the tonguing machine and my country guitar strap. Can't forget that. Isn't that just too wicked? Okay, so we're all country. I'm just going to keep this down here so you can actually see the guitar and what kind of fun stuff we're going to toss at you today. I'm going to actually move the camera just a little bit. Okay, hey, we even got a couple little Marshalls in there. And no, I'm not plugged into those. I'm just kind of going through a little PA system at the moment. Okay, so the loop will actually sound like this. I'll just show you easy things that get into it, like okay, so just nice easy stuff like this for this particular lesson. We all got to go back to the roots, back to the basics, and by golly, that's what I want to do on this video. A lot of people are asking for the really easy stuff, and this will do it. Once again, this is just simple kicking it off in the A, in a waltz, then the E. Okay, and the intros are exactly what they sound like, stuff that would start off a song just like I did, like this. Just nice and easy, or just in your lead solos, a lot of them are just, that's all you get between verses and choruses. You just get what's called a 1-5-1 turnaround. So you just got done singing in the best of my life. Now it's time for a solo. You got just this much. that. And then outros are the same thing. It's just how to get out of a song. So all of these licks can be used for intros, like I showed you. The turnarounds, which are after a chorus, you have a little solo, but it's only as long as that A, E, A, and then your outro. It gets you out of the song. So the song's over. Now you're going to end it. See, let me hit the right button. Just nice, easy, generic ways to get in and out of a song and to do what is called the turnaround. Just the 1-5-1. So the A, E, A. Again, this is a waltz, as you can tell. Now let's go ahead and learn our first lick. This can be used as any of the ones I mentioned: intro, outro, or turnaround. You gotta learn your phrases too, what these are actually called. Okay, so a real nice basic one. That's the one I'll show you real quick. Okay, and I'm going to blast through these, so use your rewind button. So here we go on the... Okay, that's a pickup note is what we call it, starting on the D string, 2nd fret. Okay, twice on the 2nd fret on your D string, hammer onto the 4th fret, now 2nd on your G, so that gets you right to your A note. Okay, now we're going to do a big bend. This here actually consists of your pinky having to cover the E and B string on the 5th fret, and then you're going to grab your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the G string and use your first finger back here on the 2nd fret of the G string to help bend that up. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what the heck's going on. Okay. This hand. Okay, so you're doing bending all the way up on that G string, but you just keep that pinky right where it's at on the 5th fret on the E and B string. So you're picking all 3 strings down, then going up twice on your E and B string. Okay? Well, that's still bent up. Then hit the the G string again. Okay? So I'm going to zoom back out so you can get everything. Now the G string is still bent up, so you are hitting it and then you release it, then pull off to the 2nd fret. Now we're going to do 2-4-2 on your D string. Okay, so you do hit it twice on your 2nd fret. Now the second time you hit it, you hammer on to the 4th fret, then back to the 2nd fret. Okay, so we have now it's just simply 2nd fret on the A string, bend bend it down, bend it towards the floor. A whole step, which is 2 frets. Okay, so it has that sound to it, just like it's 2 whole frets. Okay, now we have an ending. We'll come back to it right here after we do solidify this thing in stone, which was. Once again. Okay, now this is going over the waltz beat. Let's go ahead and get that much of it. Okay, I'm going to come in by counting 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, I'll stop it again. 1, 2, 3, 2. I guess I don't want to start the band quite yet. I got to remake my backing track here real quick. I'll do it nice and soft. Shut her down because I put a little bit of lead there. Okay, so I have my backing track again. Together. Now we're going to add this part. So we're going to add that ending part. Very nice sounding. Got some harmonies going on. So the whole thing will finally end up being. You can do all kinds of wobbles with that thing there, get some good vibrato. Okay, again, these are just suggestions, and mess around with them and make them your own. Okay, so let's get this first part out of the way, then you can go make it your own if you want. We're doing first finger on the 5th fret, covering up the high E and the B string. And so you take it from 5th fret, hit it, both strings, slide it up there without hitting it again, so it's just a slide. And then back to the 5th fret and hit it again. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to put our ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string and our middle finger here on the 3rd fret of the B string, and that's what we're going to use. Okay. Okay, which is what we have. So again, that's 4th fret on the G string with your ring finger and 3rd fret with your middle finger on the B string. Hit both of those strings together. I put my finger, my ring finger on my right hand and grab the high E string so that it won't ring, and then I just pick the other two. So I'm just holding on to the E to shut it up. So if you need that same kind of help, that's what I'm doing. So that's what's actually going on down here if you need to see it. See, it's just grabbing right a hold of that string, so no noise. Okay, so again. So we're just going to actually go from 4 and 3 and move it up to 6 and 5. Okay? Okay, that there's all done in one motion, so we have a slide both ways. We only pick it once. Okay, so you got to really clamp down on it or just be good at it. So get good at it instead of clamp it down. Push too hard, your notes go sharp. Even without bending them. Okay? So just learn to go from 4 and 3 again to 6 and 5. Right back to 4 and 3. And then flatten it out with your first finger on the 2nd fret, covering the same 2 strings, your G and your B. Okay, so your last lick is. You can almost hear the notes just passing by there. You can hear the frets underneath going by. And that's a cool sound because it's slow enough. Okay, if you get good enough at it, you can do that last note too, still without having to pick it with your right hand. See, I'm getting rid of this guy. See, that guy's gone. Okay, so the whole thing. That could just simply be your ending, or your middle, or your turnaround, or it could be your outro, which means the end of the song. So let me turn my band on. Okay, so that's our first lick right there, just good old country stuff, and that's what all this is going to be, is good old easy country stuff. Okay, so that's what we got for our first one right there in the key of A, nice and easy over a waltz pattern. I got to run check on a little computer program, and I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail for the next lick. Alright, hang on just a couple seconds. Hey, by golly, I made her back. Okay, I'm going to do this one over the same little loop here in the key of A, still staying on the waltz thing. So one more time for a E, or the A, E, A thing. Of course, transpose these in any key you want to put them in. This one's a really nice sounding one, without any music. I'll show it to you. And it's kind of getting in the pedal steel thing, but I'm leaving out all the compressors and volume pedals, all that. Just play some straight guitar here. So we'll be having okay, so we got some cool bendy things coming up again. Okay, so again it's over A, E, A, the exact same track we did before. So okay, so pretty fancy. Yeah, you get to see this guitar now here in the light. Ain't that pretty? There's some of you guys that ain't seen this thing. That's 32 years old. So when Gibson knew how to make a guitar that sounded country but looked pretty flippin' cool. You know, this one they did them up good. Take a look at that thing. It's pretty. Okay, again, that's walnut, and then maple. A little more walnut, a little more maple right here. See that? Pretty cool how they carved it all out. Nice axe. Okay, so to get these, and I'll do it over top of the track one time. So. Okay, so there we go. So what we're going to do is go with the middle finger, the ring finger at the 6th fret on the G string. Okay, what we're going to do now is use our fingers like a crab. Okay, I got my pick head right here in my hand, so whatever it takes for you to grab a couple strings, because we're only going to be doing the G string with our thumb and then grabbing. So we're going to be pinching like this. And we're leaving the B string totally alone till the end of the lick. So we're doing the G string and the high E string. Now our high E string is going to be using our our middle finger here on the 5th fret. So you have 6th fret with your ring finger on the G, and then 5th fret on the high E string. Right there, just like that. And you just leave that B string alone. You pinch right around them. I just rest the palm of my hand right there. Just rest it on top of my bridge or my low E strings, and shut all them strings up. So just pinching them. Okay, see, just watch my right hand down here. My little crab claw going on. See, it's just all just grabbing those two notes and playing them simultaneously or at the same time. Gene's just trying to eat my guitar right there. I was watching him. Yeah, it's a hungry boy. He's money hungry and guitar hungry. Okay, so let's do this whole thing. Okay, I'm just going to name the frets, starting with the G string and then the E string. Okay, that's what I'll do it each time. So I'll say 6 and 5. So that means G string 6, E string 5. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to go our first finger at 7 and our middle finger at 7. So it means 7 on the G, 7th fret on the E. Okay, so what we did there, just going up each fret. So 7 and 7, 8 and 8, 9 and 9. Now we're bending the G string up. But you keep the E string exactly where it's at. Okay, so again. Okay, so you just hit it the one time, bend the G string up so it goes all the way up to 2 frets. But leave that E string right there. Okay. Back from the 9 after we do that. Back to 7 and 7. Back to 6 and 5. Okay, now we're getting ready to switch to the E chord, but let's make sure we got that first one real quick. Okay, let's play it over top of some music. Okay, here I go. So there's how she goes. You actually start in. So you like leading the band, starting off with the intro if you want to do it this way. Then everybody comes down, right? Just like this. Okay. So again. is just 4 and 4. Then 7 and 7. 9 and 9. Then you have to do a big slide down. So to go to the E is 4 and 4. Same strings. Nothing changes. 7 and 7. 9 and 9. And then you do what's called a gliss. You know how piano players go down the keys? That's called a gliss. Same on your guitar. Just goes down like that. And then we get back to the very first ones, the 6 and the 5 that we started at. So we have now we only have 2 little bends that I want to show you that are very cool. And that is here on the B string finally. Both these notes are going to be on the B string. Just going to take my first finger, pick upward on them, 5th fret, whole step, which means 2 frets, so just up, then your first finger back down to the 2nd fret, it's half step, so 1 fret, so you have, so listen to it together real slow, the whole thing. Put a little vibrato on there and you're good to go. Okay, that's about as country as a dozen eggs right there. Okay, so I'll do it with the music one time and let you play along with it. I'm just going to kick it in and we'll play it a couple times with me. Then I'll shut up and let you play along with it too, okay? Just like last time. So I'll just kick it off. And I'll do it twice, then I'll lay out a couple times. I'm going to have to do each of these separately because of the way the looper here is. I can just come back around and let it happen. Again, let's just start it off and then I'll let it run and then we'll just jump in. I'll count you in. So come in, 2, 3. of neat to get that little, get a few of those little bends in there. See, it sounds really good there. I'm going to do it one more time just to show you that. I'm sure you heard it, but that's just so dang cool. You gotta visit with that one a few times. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one. Again, I gotta go check on my computer program, and I'll come back and we'll do something, get out of the waltz pattern and do a couple more of these things. Alright? Be right back. Don't y'all go anywhere. Alrighty, we're back, and here's our one that'll probably take us all the way up to the end of the hour because it's got some cool stuff in it. Okay, this one's just going to be over this pattern. Just E, A, and B7 like you used to. Like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you've heard that a million times, but the licks we're going to do are going to be cool. Here's the licks. I'll go ahead and put them right here with this so you can see what it sounds like intact. Then I'll play it once by itself and then we'll dissect it. Okay? Here we go. Okay? So the lick was, or the whole intro, or turn around, or outro. Okay, so if that ain't country, boy, I don't know what is. Okay, so our first lick is there in E. Okay, that's our first one. Okay, we did this one on the first lick in this whole thing, way back in the waltz part of this. Okay, we're going all the way up here to the 9th fret on the D string. Okay, that's the intro. Those are our pickup notes, as you call them. 2, 1, 2. Okay, just cool little bendy stuff. Okay, so we go from up here at 9th fret with your first finger on the D string. Okay, so one time, then pick it again with a hammer on to the 11th fret, up to the 9th fret on the G string, back to the 11th fret on the D string. Okay, pretty typical country lick. Now we're getting ready to come in on the downbeat, which means then the music kicks in. 2, 1, 2. So that would actually kick in. Okay, so you hear how that kicks in. Okay, so you're the one controlling all this. You're driving the bus. Okay, so that's the intro. Okay, again. If you need that, just rewind it, go get her. Okay? Now here's where we do our bend. We're going to go to the 11th fret on the G string with your ring finger, but you're going to use your first finger that's still back here at the 9th fret to help you with strength, to push it up. Then we're going to actually skip the B string again, okay, and just grab that high E string by flattening out our pinky right up there on the 12th fret, okay, on the high E string. Bend it up a whole step, just like it's going up to the 13th fret. And while it's still ringing, That's why you have two fingers here holding that up there while it's still ringing. Then you hit that high E string with that pinky on there. Okay, and you want to get some clicky sounds in there. So any of those notes you want to substitute just for clicks. Okay, so I'll give you all the notes, but you can put the clicks in if you want. Okay, so you play the note, but you just kind of mute it and get that. So here's the lick. Now if you want to click it, you just make her as clicky and country and chicken picky as you want to make them sound. Got bass singing chicken right there. Daddy sang bass and Mama sang bass. Me and little brother, we sang bass. We all sang bass. Bass is fun to sing. Okay. Okay, there's the fun part. Go back and hit the G string. After you hit that high E string, I know it's been a while since we talked about this. Keep it bent up, hit the high E string, 12th fret. Then hit the G string again. And then you're going to sneak that first finger down there at the 9th fret on your high E string. Okay? Okay? Then just a click, so you got... Okay? So you went up and hit the high E string, the G string, while it's still bent, then sneak that finger there, right there at the 9th fret. Then a click on the G string. Then using your pinky back there, because you were covering actually the E string and the B string here a second ago. Okay. And then a click on the G string. Then put your pinky back down, grab that B string at the 12th fret. Okay, so what we're doing is grabbing that B on the 12th fret with your pinky. Okay. Click on the G string, then the B, 12th fret. Okay, so I did a click, then, which is actually 11th fret on the G string. Okay, and you have it what's called a pre-bend, so it's already bent up to the 13th fret. So you're actually at the 11th, and you're using two fingers to bend it again. So you got one at the 9, one at the 11. Bend it up the whole step. It's called a pre-bend. You start with it bent up, hit it with your pick, release it, then down to your 9th fret. Okay? If you want to sneak your ring finger up there and grab that B string at the 12th fret, you can. Whatever works for you. Okay, once you get there at the 9th fret, now we got to do this with your ring finger at the 9th fret on the B string. Now you have to pre-bend your G string from the 7th fret up to the 9th fret, like. Now hit the G string. So it takes it from an E note down to E7, because you're leaving this one ringing, so it takes it down to a D note. So you hear that it's getting ready to change to another chord. Okay, so that takes some getting used to. Okay, one more time, and then I have to move on. You can keep on rewinding this as much as need. And then we do our old friend that we did earlier, where we're going to do it with a pick, or however you want to do it. I'm using a pick to this whole thing. You don't have to if you don't want to. So we're just skipping the B string again. We're just doing that 6 and 5, 7 and 7, but I'm sliding up into it. So that's your A. So now we switch to our A chord. Okay. So you hit the G string, slide it up 1 fret, then hit your E string. That's really slow sounding. It actually goes by about that fast. So you have. By that fast again. Okay, now we have the fun part. Okay, this lick has been around since the beginning of time. Okay, so I'm going to once again check my little computer that I must do. Sorry I have to keep taking the breaks, but every 15 minutes that sucker shuts down. So I'll come back in and we'll get all that fun stuff in B. Alright, be right back. Alright, we're right on back and ready to get that stuff in B, which is... We'll tackle just that much. You've heard it a million times if you never played it. This is a great one to use in every key. Just remember the pattern. And we actually use our B string as our guide because we are in the key of B now. So now down to A. Now we're in kind of an E pattern, and definitely back to E here. Okay, so what we do is everything we are skipping the G string now. Okay, totally skipping the G string. So we're playing the D string and the B string. The only time we're hitting the B string is for the high note. Okay, so all the moving's being done on the D string. First one's going to be 11, 12, 13 on the D. So you just use your 3 fingers. Then your middle finger up there to the 12th fret. Okay? Then just backwards with your fingers. So we're going 13, 12, 11. Then you use your first finger. I know you just got done using it there, but you gotta be quick. Now the next one's easy. Okay, so this is 7, 8, 9 on the D string. Flatten out your finger and grab that 9th fret on the B string. Now just backwards on the D string from 9, 8, 7. Flatten it out again. Okay, so you can let these ring. So it's just backward, 9, 8, 7 on your D. Then flatten it out for the 7 on the B string. And then it's very easy again, just like we started, but we're doing 4, 5, 6 on the D, and then 5 on the B string, and that's your E chord. Actually, all these last 3 were your E chord, because we had again, that is 11, 12, 13, and then 12. 13, 12, 11. Now 10. Now 7, 8, 9. 9, flatten it out. 9, 8, 7. Then 7, flatten it out. Then 4, 5, 6. 5. Okay? You just gotta put that swagger on there. Alright, you know that sound. You gotta put some real feeling behind that one, because people expect to hear that, because that lick has been around for 100 years, but it is so ear friendly that you have to have that lick in your repertoire. It's too late to be saying French words. That one sounds really good. Throw it on a neck pickup, like on a telly, like this one sounds. All this stuff always sounds good on a Telecaster neck pickup. This guitar sounds more like a telly than a telly does. Okay, so we got. Okay, what we're doing there is just going to the G string, 4th fret with your first finger, and keeping your middle finger on the B string, 5th fret. We're hitting both of them together. I might tune that, but oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. There we go. Okay, can't be country if you're out of tune. Hell, can't have that. Okay, so we do 4 and 5. G string, B string, just like that. Then we just hammer on our ring finger and pull it off, all with one swoop. Okay, just one pick. It's going up to the 6th fret of your G string. Then pull it back off and hit both strings as you pull them off. You're pulling off and hitting both strings. Then, which is simply 6, 4, 2. Okay, so you do a 6 with your ring finger on the D string, pull off, and then slide. Okay, so you just hit it one time with your pick. Okay, that's all one thing. Now this is all one thing. Then, okay, this one sounds really good, picked way back here by the bridge. I got both pickups on. You can put it wherever it sounds good for you. That one there is just 2nd fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret on your A string. Okay, but I'm picking right back by the bridge. If you have a Telecaster bridge that has those 3 saddles and then those, you know, that where it comes up on the sides, it's kind of hard to pick back in there, but you can get it back there if you really try. Okay, so get it right back here next to the saddles. Okay, and that's the sound you get from getting. I mean, I'm touching the bridge. I'm touching them saddles right back here. That's what gives you that sound. A lot of people don't know that, but you get that low, playing that low lead. That comes from playing right there next to the bridge. Okay, so we just need, then just 2nd fret on the low E string. It's actually like almost a little more than half a step. It's like a G sharp, but not quite. So it's like a G, but just a little more. It's not quite a G sharp. It's right in between G and G sharp. You know, that old thing. So the last part. Okay, so the whole thing. That's the whole thing. So let's get it with some music. Okay, I'll play it through one time just like we did before. Then I'll probably shut her down and count us in or whatever. We'll see what happens. I even got off behind. Let me try it again. I got a little bit behind. It's faster than I even thought. Okay, so let me try it one more time. Play it with me. Okay, so that's how she goes. She's pretty fast. I said, they're teaching it so slow, I forgot just how to pick, get a little hitch in my pick up there. Giddy up there, Johnny Cash. Alright, come here, June. Okay, let me try this again and play right along with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there we go. And we'll count you in and let you play it by yourself. 2. 1, 2. Let me just count you like this. Okay, try it again. And I'll just start off with you and I'll get the heck out of there. Seems to be the easiest way to do it, and I'll go faster. Okay, let's do it together. Try to put a little more swagger in the. I'll try to hit all the right notes with you too. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I even count? One more of those. Here we go. So there you go. That's what I'm going to show you today. Nice and easy, but definitely kind of greasy. Okay, so once again, Scott Grove here with just some nice old-time country licks. Again, they're called intros, and then the outros. So getting in there, and then outro, and then in the middle there, if you just happen to do it as a solo, intros, outros, and solos, and turnarounds are what they're actually called in the middle, if you just do, you know, what you're doing before, especially like what we were doing at the beginning with the A, back to the E, back to the A. That's generally a turnaround. It's just the 2 chords. Okay, what we did there was a whole solo. Okay, so first couple examples were actually turnarounds, and this last one was actually, you could do that as a solo, intro, or an outro. So I hope you enjoyed, you know, just going back and getting some of the yeehaw stuff. I tried to throw on a little extra there on the accent, on the country end of it, but hey, it just felt like a good country night and wanted to share some good old-fashioned country music with you. So I hope you all enjoy that, and see you on whatever it is we end up doing next together. Alright, happy trails. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.